What's going on, guys? Plottermer Cards in the house, and I am here today because we have new Exosister and P.U.N.K support. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these cards. So first of all, we have Exosister Melfa. It's a light spellcaster effect monster, level 4, obviously, because the Exosister archetype is pretty much just level 4s. With 1600 attack and 800 defense, you can only use this card's name 1 and 2 effects once per turn each. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are XYZ monsters, which is pretty likely in this archetype, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, special summon one Exosister Eyeless from your deck. Oh, wow. That's really, really good. This is an instant XYZ summon. This card is probably a 3 of in this deck, and probably also Exosister Eyeless as well, just because you can search it pretty easily. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except Exosister monsters. Secondly, if a card or cards is moved out of either graveyard, you can special summon from your extra deck one Exosister XYZ monster using this face-up card you control as material. This is treated as an XYZ summon. That's really good. I really, really like this card. Up next, we're looking at this trap card. It's called Exosister Litanya. It's a normal trap card. You can it's a normal trap card, meaning you can search it with Trap Trick. That's pretty good. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. 1, if all monsters you control are Exosister monsters, which most of the time in this deck probably is going to be the case. You can pay 800 life points and target one card your opponent controls or in the graveyard, banish that card, then you can apply one of these effects. So that's pretty good. You can get rid of one card your opponent controls, and then after that there's an additional effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon one Exosister XYZ monster using monsters you control, or if you XYZ summoned previously this turn, banish one card your opponent controls. So that's pretty good. I could definitely see this being run in that deck for sure. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at this next card. It's a synchro monster, P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive. It's an Earth Psychic Synchro effect monster. It's level 8. That's interesting. 1 Psychic Tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. So it's generic. It's definitely generic enough to be used in a lot of different decks. You can only use this card's names 1 and 2 effects once per turn each. 1, if this card is synchro summoned or special summoned by a P.U.N.K card's effect, you can pay 600 life points, take 1 level 3 psychic monster from your deck, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. That's really good. This effect is really, really good. And secondly, if your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your P.U.N.K card or effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Nice, so it's consistently going to be able to recycle itself. That's pretty good. So let's look, what do we got next? Oh, it's a field spell. We got a P.U.N.K field spell. P.U.N.K Jam Extreme Session. So obviously it's a field spell. It's searchable with the normal stuff that you can use to search field spells, terraforming, metaverse, all that stuff. You can only use this card's name to effect up to twice per turn. Okay, so you can use the effect twice per turn. That's interesting. You don't normally see twice per turn, but once per turn you can banish one P.U.N.K card from your graveyard, special summon one P.U.N.K monster from your hand. Not bad. That's actually pretty decent. And secondly, if either player pays life points to activate the effect of a psychic monster you control, you can draw one card. So if you know anything about the P.U.N.K cards, like for example, this one right here, you can pay 600 life points, take 1 level 3. A lot of them require you to pay life points. And so the fact that you can do this twice and you can just draw twice, that's very good. I really, really like every single card that was just announced. I promise you, one day both of these archetypes are going to be really, really nice. So pick up the cards now while you can, because when these cards get really, really good, it's going to be hard to pick them up for cheap. Anyways, guys, this was Plottermer Cards. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And oh my goodness, look at the time.
It's time to do